Oi, cepatlah.
Yalah.
Kata nak jumpa Fadli.
Fadli mana pula?
Fadli Ramli lah. Dia main dengan cat dia pula.
Fadli Ramli?
Ha.
Aku dah buat temu janji benda ke hari ni?
Ya. Kau
oh,
lupa.
Oh,
Ha, dah pukul berapa dah? Say bye to cat. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
hello everyone. Welcome back to #Sembang Teh Kopi episod kedua with Fadli Ramli. Dua-dua. Selit. Okay. So, how are you?
Apa?
How are you?
Okey lah, Alhamdulillah. Gitu juga.
Macam gitu juga?
Gitu
So, what
juga.
have you been up to?
Been up to tu maksudnya apa?
So, sekarang tengah buat apa semua?
Masih buat kerja-kerja seni, masih buat lagu. Baru release satu album minggu lepas, 2 minggu lepas.
Okay, cop. Itu tak boleh cakap dulu. Tu
Okey,
simpan
itu
tu
simpan.
nanti. Tu simpan tu
Ah.
nanti. Okay, anyway, so selalu lepak kedai kopi kan?
Tak lah.
Oh kat
Siapa
kafe
cakap?
lah kira kan?
Tak. Kan dah jarang lepak.
Dah jangan lepak. Okay, tapi anyway kalau pergi kedai kopi, what's the drink that you always order?
Tengok mood lah kan. Tapi kalau biasa orang yang biasa lepak, dia akan tahulah teh tarik lah.
Teh tarik. Habis sekarang hari ni macam special lah, tipping. Panas
Saya ada
weh.
panas. 33 darjah hari ni. Jadi,
Tapi 33 darjah pun tak ada angin.
Ya.
Ada lah, macam sikit-sikit je, sepoi-sepoi je kan. So, boleh tak you introduce yourself to everybody?
Ha? Introduce eh?
Silakan.
Sini. Yalah, orang kenal nama Fadli Ramli. Anggota Nadi Singapura, musician. Kadang-kadang berlakon teater, kadang-kadang tak. Kadang-kadang berlakon teater, juga kadang-kadang menulis, kadang-kadang menyanyi. Itulah. So biasanya orang kenal itulah, Fadli Ramli tu dia musician lah. Main muzik tradisional. Apa lagi nak tahu? Itu je kan?
So, member of Nadi Singapura.
Ya. Yeah.
Wow, awesome. Okay, so I heard lah macam kat Instagram, dekat Facebook ada perkataan ni, alun nada. Apa tu?
Alun Nada pertama sekali nak kena tahu Alun Nada tu bukan band. Dia bukan band. Dia bukan band baru sebab keadaan tidak memerlukan satu band baru lagi. Kita memerlukan collaborative punya works. Dia Alun Nada tu sebenarnya dia brand. It's my the brand that I use for my artistic works lah, which can include audio productions ataupun music performance. Dan bila kita ada music performance, it's not a fixed band. Dia tergantung kepada konsep apa yang kita nak tampilkan. Kalau ada konsep pop ye-ye, kita carilah pemuzik pop ye-ye.
Okay.
Kalau ada konsep rock, kita carilah mama rock man. Jadi dia very organic lah. Dia boleh berubah-ubah. So it's not a fixed band. It's more of a brand.
So kira kan it will be on a performance basis or is I mean the genre itself is not fixed but are the members fixed?
No. There's no fixed members.
Siapa je lah actually.
Ya, kita kasih peluang lah. Kita macam kadang-kadang mana tahu ada satu show rock, lepas tu ada brother-brother rock nak main rock, kita panggil lah. So technically macam Alun Nada pun macam one stop center untuk event company contohnya. You come to me and approach me and ask, can you do 60s punya music performance? So then I will conceptualize the show for them lah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then I will find the right people to play the music. Kita buatlah performance tu. Jadi dia bukan band. Tu nak kena faham, dia bukan band. Jadi jangan salah anggap yang Alun Nada tu satu band baru. Kita tak perlu. Kita dah banyak sangat band kat Singapore. So kita tak perlu benda tu.
Maybe you can share pasal tadi time introduction tadi you ada mention about album. Kan, so is that under Alun Nada?
Yes, that's the first album under Alun Nada ni production lah. Yeah, so that album pun is actually a soundtrack album. So last year I did a show called The Dub with Malay Heritage Centre. So dalam performance tu ada lagu-lagu original lah. Jadi sayang kan kalau lagu tu mati hanya di situ. Jadi there was a physical copy of the album that was considered the production merchandise. So we re-recorded the album, kita rearrange the album for mass distribution. Now it's on Spotify lah. Yeah. So it's just a soundtrack album. So the lagu dia semua lagu in the album itself there is like 5 of my original songs that I composed, I wrote and sung by either me or Suriana Nordin, and also 2 songs by P. Ramlee. That's cover songs which was used in the production. So kita masukkan lah dalam album tu.
So what is the best experience from the dub?
The dub, the album or the production?
Production itself.
The production itself.
Daripada production tu, apa yang dapat idea, tercetus idea tu nak pergi buat sampai album tu?
Tercetus idea nak buat album tu pasal sayang lah lagu tu terperangkap dekat production tu kan. Kan, pasal kita tahu kalau macam orang kalau bikin, even kalau kita bikin movie pun kadang-kadang ada orang keluarkan soundtrack album. So kenapa teater tak boleh buat soundtrack album kan? And kalau kita tengok the big musicals, international musicals pun diorang ada soundtrack album. So kita buatlah soundtrack album tu. Jadi orang masih boleh dengar lagu-lagu dia. Plus it's original compositions. Kalau tak di archive, takut satu hari dia hilang gitu. Kan?
So what is the song that you would recommend to everyone to hear? Just that one song from the album.
Yang original ke yang lagu P. Ramlee?
It's anything lah. It's your choice.
Okey lah, kalau kita nak bandingkan lagu P. Ramlee memang hebat lah kan. Semua orang mesti suka lah lagu P. Ramlee tu. Tapi kalau from the 5 tracks that I composed, probably I would recommend lagu, it's called Impian.
Impian. Sung by?
Myself and Suriana Nordin.
Wow, okay. Why Impian?
Because Impian, nama dia je impian. It talks about dreams. It talks about kalau kita berlandaskan daripada cerita dia, it talks about how the wife supports the dreams of the husband and the, even though kalau macam satu hari salah seorang meninggal pun, they will still continue to live the dream of their partners macam gitu. So yeah, so I just like that song lah.
Okay, so I'm sure everybody else nak tahu, all of you out there wants to know about Fadil Ramlee. So besides being a musician, okay, just now you mentioned about you are a musician. Tapi what is your master instrument?
Accordion lah.
Accordion. Accordion tu ni ke yang macam bongo tu
Bukan. Accordion lah, accordion.
So how long dah
pergi Google lah accordion tu apa.
Yelah, nanti aku letakkan gambar kat situ. Okay, later I put a picture. Dia macam in between ada gambar kan. Macam plup. Okay, anyway, so accordion, dah berapa lama main accordion?
11 tahun lah.
Question.
11 tahun lah sebenarnya.
11 tahun. Why accordion?
Oh, ini cerita. Sebenarnya accordion ni dia secara tak sengaja sebenarnya. Oh, cerita accordion ni sebenarnya dulu I was a dancer mah. Kan? I was a dancer with Kirana Seni. So me and Cikgu Noli at that time macam ada harapan lah, ada impian untuk adakan live music untuk mengiringi Kirana Seni at that time. Jadi and kita semua tahu yang muzik tradisional tu dia mesti ada rebana, ada accordion, ada violin, gong ke apa kan. So tu time tak ada lah barang tu kan, kita cuma ada rebana je. Jadi adalah saudara yang kerja dekat Ngian Poli. Dia kerja cleaner kan. Lepas tu dia tengah clear barang-barang yang nak dibuang, dia jumpa accordion.
Interesting.
Dia jumpa accordion. Jadi dia macam dia rasa, oh sayang benda ni kalau kita buang kan. Tak apalah, bawa balik lah, kasih Fadli mesti boleh main. Dari situ lah main accordion.
So eksperimen sendiri terus jadi your master instrument.
And then selepas tu baru belajar lah belajar pun tak formal lah. Kan, belajar main accordion tak formal. Kita berjumpa dengan orang, antaranya macam Abang Ipin, kan, kita belajar daripada dia sikit-sikit, daripada Alafi sikit-sikit, Abang Adam sikit. Tapi kalau betul-betul duduk tak laki berguru tu adalah, kenal lah. Tu pun pasal dia bukan orang sini. Jadi macam akan jumpa dia seminggu gitu dekat Indonesia, belajar apa yang patut balik. Ataupun bila dia dekat sini, kita tangkap dia sekejap lah kan, 2-3 jam kita belajar gitu lah. Jadi orang tu ada arwah lah orang tu kan. Siapa yang main accordion, siapa yang muzik tradisional Melayu mungkin kenal lah kan. Nama dia Anod Ardiansah. Itu maha guru lah. Jadi secara betul-betul belajar dengan dia. Kalau tak, lain semua is quite informal lah. Informal learning and self-taught lah.
Let's move on to the next question. What's your inspiration?
What tu apa? What is my inspiration untuk apa?
To create music, to be who you are as a musician now.
What is my inspiration is the situation lah. For me to be a musician is the current situation lah. Maknanya why I chose lebih kepada muzik Melayu ataupun muzik tradisional, pasal the current situation ni mungkin muzik Melayu tu macam satu benda yang at that point when I started dia macam tak ramai orang yang buat lah. At that time cuma ada a few bands lah. I need to do something to sustain the Malay arts in the rapidly growing situation now lah.
Rapidly growing situation.
Yeah.
For your info guys, we do hashtag Sembang Teh Kopi. Kalau ada teh kopi, selalu buat kat mana? Kedai kopi.
So bising, pasal bising.
Kedai kopi selalunya bising. So I hope you guys understand Kalau audio dia macam sikit. So kita buat editing pun macam
Tak apa. Kita gunakan hashtag yang penting buat.
Hashtag Sembang Teh Kopi. Hashtag yang penting buat. Yang penting go je.
Jangan tak buat, jangan duduk je tak buat apa. Yang penting buat.
Okay lah, jom kita start with the next question. The next question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years time? Dia tak nak tanya next year tau. 5 years time.
41 years old. Oh, dah terbilang umur.
Tak pandai aku orang kira balik.
Entahlah. I think in 5 years time, tak, aku nak jadi M-Nasir ke tak lah.
Soalan tu tak ada tau kat sini.
I don't know. I really don't know because lagi-lagi dengan situation sekarang, kita susah nak predict what is going to happen. Even next year pun kita tak boleh predict what's happening kan. So macam tak, I don't know. Probably I have, kalau secara fizikal probably I have my own studio lah.
Amin.
but dalam segi karya ke apa, I don't know.
Actually, the importance of having a studio, not only for musicians but for performing artists. Actually, studio is very important lah, in my opinion. Sebab that's when kita can really focus on work. Sometimes even though you have a small room that you make into a studio, seriously, there are times where you really cannot focus and nothing can come out. But what's the fastest time that you can like buat satu lagu? Have you ever noticed on that?
New song.
Any song lah actually. Okay, let's talk about new song lah. Kalau cover macam rearrange
Kalau
how about new song?
New song paling cepat pernah buat dalam masa 3 jam. Paling cepat.
So but that is with lyrics, is it?
Yeah.
So which one will you always do first? Lyrics first or music?
Depends. Sometimes macam ada lagu tu kita ambil lirik dia memang dah tertulis, mana mungkin lirik tu dalam bentuk puisi ke apa yang kita dah pernah tulis dulu. Kan?
Okay.
Tapi kalau macam contoh kita ambil lagu-lagu daripada album The Dub tu, mostly all music first. Then I tulis lirik dia. So one of the song lah dalam album tu was written in 3 hours. The first track of the album. Kalau nak tahu, dengarlah sendiri.
Betul. Pergi dengar sendiri. Go download it at Spotify. Okay?
Yeah.
Promote. Speaking of all that, let's talk about social media. Okay, so how do you use social media to your advantage? Kita ada banyak platform sekarang. So how do you use the social media to your advantage?
I'm not very sure of using social media. So how I use social media to my advantage is kalau macam current situation ni, kita tunjukkan lah, kita post all the apa-apa videos yang kita tengah working on, all the new works ke apa-apa ke, to show people that we are still active, we are still doing things despite whatever situation that we are in lah. So that's the advantage of social media in this current situation lah.
So that means you upload all your work, like for example the Alunada, like semua all through.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, next one. Have you faced with negativities in the arts?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course lah, mesti ada punya.
Mesti ada.
Apa-apa pun mesti ada benda-benda macam gini. Jangan cakap seni je lah, apa-apa kita buat dalam dunia pun mesti ada benda yang negatif yang kita akan face. So, okay lah.
Okay, true. Now, the next one is, how do you overcome it?
Buat bodoh suar.
Buat bodoh suar.
Bodoh suar.
So,
yang penting kita teruskan lah buat kerja kita, kan?
Betul. Do what you want to do and you cannot please everybody lah, kan?
Exactly.
Salah kat belakang. Dia lah orang yang bekerja keras. Sometimes we need to know who work behind the scene. Betul tak?
Are you allowed to? Yeah, okay.
Tak apa, dia kerja part-time kan? Okay, Fadli. So do you have any words for those who are working in the art scene?
Yang penting buat.
Yang penting buat.
Yang penting buat.
Go je.
Yeah. For me, that's it lah. I mean, if you want to do the arts, the most important thing is to keep on working, to keep on doing your craft, refining your craft, sentiasa practice. You know, practice makes permanent, according to one of my mentors, Ridwan Zalani. He says that practice makes permanent. Betul lah, Wan? Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's end the interview with something fun.
I'm not a fun person.
Don't worry, who say everybody's fun. So the first question is, describe yourself in 5 words in 10 seconds. Ready, go.
Musical, passion, talent, ideas.
Okay, lagi satu.
Ada lagi?
Oh, dah. Ada 5. Ada 4 je kan tadi?
Oh, ada lagi
je
ya?
lah.
Teh tarik.
Nice. Okay. Last one. Okay. So last standby. Now you will be given 10 seconds to promote your work, to promote yourself to everybody. Okay?
Ya, benda ni
Tak boleh
promote
yourself and promote your work in 10 seconds. Your time starts now.
Yeah, so please listen to my current album, The Dub, the soundtrack album. I believe it's a journey back in time with new works. That's all.
Wow, very, very cepat. Well done. Okay, thank you so much for joining us in #Sembang Teh Kopi.
Habis.
Tapi anyway, walaupun cuaca panas and there are lots of technical issues along the way, but alhamdulillah we did it.
Yep.
So thank you for your time.
Sama-sama.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the best in everything you do.
Amin. InsyaAllah. Hope to see you around lah.
Yes, hope to see you
Support
around.
local.
Support local, just support everybody, support anybody. Okay, yang penting ikhlas. And kalau even if you face any negativities, just
Buat bodoh semua.
buat bodoh semua.
Yang penting buat.
Yang penting buat. Jangan ya all. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching this #Sembang Teh Kopi episode 2 with Fadli Ramli. I will see you around in the next video. Thank you so much. Yours truly, Violenis.